Hello everyone, welcome back to Rose Labrina. This video will be about Haikyuu Text, female version of Atsumu featuring SakuAtsu and OsaSuna Part 3. This is a sequel from One Day a Girl Oikawa, so if you are interested, you may watch that video first. Thank you for all your support on this channel, especially for above 2,000 subscribers. I really appreciate all your feedback, support and love. Just for disclaimer, I only own the idea and story of this video. Haikyuu and the characters belongs to the author. Also, the songs, the image, and the video background are not mine. Please subscribe to my channel and give this video many likes. I would really appreciate love and comments for the growth of this channel. Many thanks for you click on this video. Please don't mind the mistakes and grammatical error because English isn't my first language. And now, please enjoy the story. I hope you like it and continue to give your love on this channel.
Atsumu gulped and looked anywhere except his phone screen. Atsumu. Is it a prank? Yeah, it is. Bet you're surprised. Atsumu curled his hair awkwardly. I even bought a wig with the same color as mine. Hey, this prank is a success. Sakusa frowned and moved his head closer to his laptop screen. It looked a bit too real to be a wig, or was it because Atsumu wore it neatly? Either way, it might be because of the quality of his laptop screen. Atsumu, are you eating properly? What's wrong, Omi? You lost some weight? Atsumu forgot that his body size was smaller than usual, including his shoulder and muscles. Even though he tried to hide it under his hoodie, it's still noticeable. And he's stupid trying to fool his own boyfriend. It's Sakusa we're talking about. Amity, it's quite late, isn't it? Let's sleep. Sakusa knitted his eyebrows. It barely past 9 and Atsumu wanted to sleep. A very rare case indeed. Your stomach still hurts? Yeah, Sakusa tried to think that maybe his boyfriend wasn't feeling well. Now he felt a bit guilty that he made Atsumu talk a lot, despite his stomachache. Yeah, I felt a bit drowsy and tired after practice. He's not lying, he truly felt above exhausted because of practice. Even though he barely passed half of his usual routine, he even skipped the second practice match. Let's blame his new body making him work twice hard than the usual. But for Sakusa, luckily, he didn't think too much, as he really thought Atsumu was still sick. Yeah, go to sleep early and take a pill, if you really need it. I will, Omi. They both went silent. Atsumu was a bit reluctant to end the call. He wanted to see a bit more of his boyfriend's face as a reassurance that everything will be alright. He wished that everything will be normal tomorrow. Then, I'll end the call. It's more like a question rather than a statement. Atsumu nodded, then giving him the best smile he could muster up. Nighty-night, Omi. Good night. Then the call ended just like that. No I love you exchanged, or something too mushy. No, they weren't the typical cheesy couple. Atsumu huffed and buried his nose on the pillow. He stiffened when he felt a not-so-familiar feeling of something leaking. He groaned and walked towards the bathroom. Yep, it's time to change his pad. Time skip. Atsumu woke up with dark circles under his eyes. Because he went to bed early, he woke up at dawn just to find his pants colored in red. It felt really awful getting up just to wash them, including his bed cover. Then when he tried to sleep, he couldn't close his eyes thinking about the possibility of staining his bed again. You look like SHT, it was the first comment he got when he met his twin in the dining room. Thanks. He replied sarcastically while rolling his eyes and bit his bread. Atsumu eyed the reflection on his phone screen and frowned. He truly looked awful. How's it? What? Your cramps still hurt? That certainly was new for his brother, to ask about his health directly. Osamu was more an action type rather than talking type. Doesn't hurt anymore, I guess. Atsumu shrugged and munched his breakfast in a very unappetizing way. He also noticed that his period was maybe coming to an end. The amount of blood had decreased compared to the first time at school, which was like a pool of red ocean. Suddenly his phone was ringing loudly. He glanced at it and saw the callers at his same faded friend, Oikawa. Atsumu quickly picked up and brightened up a bit. Kawabobi. Osamu, who was still making his breakfast, just rolled his eyes, quite used to his brother getting all excited when he's calling Oikawa. Babe, how's your body? No difference, the period made me wasting sleep. What? You got a period? You don't? No. Atsumu frowned. Maybe Oikawa was a bit more lucky than him. So did you change back too? What do you changed back? Okay, Atsumu was definitely envious right now. Yeah, you're not, babe. No, what did you do yesterday? Oikawa blushed at the thought of yesterday. He couldn't get away the image of Iwaizumi's serious face when he confessed that he loves all version of Oikawa. Only thinking of it made him felt all giddy inside like a maiden. Which is absurd because he wasn't a virgin anymore. Nothing. You're lying, babe. You always replied a bit late when you're thinking about what to say when you lied. Come on, just tell me so I could hurry and change back too. Oikawa gulped at the tone of his friend. Atsumu sounded so dejected, maybe because he's tired dealing with period and hormonal mood swing. Iwa-chan did say something. What's it? Oikawa didn't have the heart to lie because Atsumu seemed so eager to know. Maybe because he said it doesn't matter whether I'm a man or a girl. Iwa-chan said he would still love me. Atsumu went silent. He knew there's no way to make Sakusa said those words. Atsumu. But it will be difficult. I don't think Omi will ever say it. Atsumu knew about his boyfriend's past relationship, only one, and it didn't end in a good term. In fact, Sakusa's girlfriend totally scammed him by borrowing money then left without any trace. He totally thought Sakusa turned into a gay because of that. Little did he know it wasn't the reason at all. Ugh, you're lucky your Iwaizumi helped you handle it. Atsumu, I know it's hard to have a long-distance relationship, but I think Omi will still help you by giving emotional support. Or he didn't? I swear if that's not the case. Atsumu took a deep breath and huffed. I haven't told Omi. You what? It's just weird, okay? Actually, he was about to find out yesterday. Then I said it's just a prank. Osamu choked on his drink. That's totally what his twin would say. Somehow he predicted it already. So he didn't know. Yeah. And you do remember you have a date tomorrow, which means you must meet him, right? Atsumu cursed. He totally forgot. Although he's the one being very nervous and excited when they planned it last week. He didn't want to cancel because it's been a month since he saw his boyfriend. I know I'll make Omi say it today. No worry. Osamu frowned at his twin's naive thinking. If everything was that easy then he wouldn't have to deal with yesterday's Atsumu. Yusu, Iwa-chan, I'm still on the phone. Atsumu could hear the couple doing something indecent. Something along Iwaizumi didn't want to let go of his hands. Atsumu, babe, sorry, I need to end this call because Iwa-chan. Sorry, he's a bit clingy because yesterday we couldn't. Okay, Atsumu, bye. The call ended like that, more like Atsumu quickly hang up before he heard some sounds. Any clue? Atsumu shrugged. I must to include Omi within the plan. Osamu raised one of his eyebrows. A plan? Yeah, the plan called change Atsumu back emergency plan duh. Yeah, whatever, so what's the first step? Atsumu only let out an awkward smile while scratching his cheeks. I don't know. I think you might be thinking of something. Osamu slapped his face while groaning. This idiot. Time skip. Today was the same as yesterday, minus moody Atsumu, and less scary Kita, which was a big relief for the volleyball team. Atsumu attended practice too. Somehow the other men managed not to anger him at all nor making him upset. They all became more docile, he noticed. Atsumu, what's wrong? Atsumu turned to Kita who sat near him, watching him with his neutral yet intense gaze. He huffed and shook his head. Nothing, Kita-san. Kita didn't reply, but continued his stare towards the man, which made Atsumu a bit uncomfortable. Really, I'm fine. He's thinking about his date tomorrow. Suddenly Osamu cut in out of nowhere. You brat. Oh, then why are you frowning? Atsumu crossed his hands. I was thinking of a plan to change back before tomorrow. Osamu and Suna shared a look. They knew whatever the plan Atsumu mentioned couldn't be called a decent plan. All he's been thinking since the start of practice was how to make Sakusa say the keyword. Up until now, he didn't have any idea of how to do it. You knew how to change back. Atsumu was surprised at how perceptive his captain was. He clearly underestimated the man. He nodded and back again doing his dejected pose, staring at the ball hard like the answer would pop out from doing it. But you didn't know how to execute it? Again, Kita was right, and he's suddenly afraid by how easy the man read his mind. I'm not a mind reader, but I do know what you're thinking just by your expression. Okay, that's really scary at how precise the captain knew him. Even his twin wasn't that understanding. Just spill it out, Sumu. Maybe Kita-san could help. Osamu nodded, agreeing his boyfriend's suggestion. It's embarrassing, okay? Atsumu blushed, then he took a deep breath, while still staring hard at the floor. Ini tameki amazehu old lava man no matter what my sex is. Hot. I get it. Really, Kita was like the perfect man, who could do anything, like literally anything. including writing down a verse from a rap song just by hearing, like what he did just now. Even Atsumu was shocked his captain could pick it up, but he's glad that he didn't need to say it again. So what's bothering you? I think Sakusa-san would say it easily if you ask him a question. Right. I said the same thing, but he kept on denying. Osamu crossed his hands, mad that his words wasn't taken seriously by his own twin. It's embarrassing, and I kinda haven't told him yet. Now the whole team, as they're on a break, who was listening face-bombed. They took a pity on Osamu, who seemed to be frustrated. You should tell him quickly. I know. Before he's mad. Yeah. I should, right now? Kita nodded, which made Atsumu quickly searched for his phone. This scene, of course, made both Osamu and Suna furious inside. They've told Atsumu like 100 times since this morning, but it went unheard by the man. But Omi won't reply because he never opened his phone at school. Kita patted the man's shoulder reassuringly. He will, don't think about it too much. Atsumu teared up a bit. He was about to say thank you when the captain got up. Let's continue practice. And there he go, the chance to say thank you was gone like always. It almost seemed like the man was purposely avoiding anyone thanking him. At least Atsumu felt a bit spirited to continue practice because of Kita's words. Time skip. Atsumu was beyond nervous, he's practically shaking. He raised his tremor hands and placed it on his chest, trying to calm himself. He's already told Sakusa about his condition courtesy of Kita urging him with his stare. And now, he's waiting for his boyfriend to do a FaceTime like usual. I'm done, said the notification on his screen. He got up from his bed and took a deep breath. Then he pressed the call button and gulped. Atsumu was ready to hear anything, even the possibility of Sakusa breaking up with him. Nah, it won't happen anytime soon. Maybe by the time Sakusa proposed, then they will break up. Omi? Atsumu tried to be cheerful, but it turned out to sound dispirited. He bit his lower lips when he found no answer from his boyfriend. This is it, he's breaking up with me, he thought while closing his eyes. Is this why you seemed down yesterday? Atsumu nodded, even the tone sounded cold already. And you think I'll get mad because of that? Mad because you changed into a girl? Yeah. Atsumu still didn't have the courage to face his boyfriend directly. Miya Atsumu. Atsumu jolted a bit when he heard his full name. It's the second time it happened, the first was when Sakusa confessed. Oh great, I'm going to be single, hearing the same sentence he used when we got together. He sneered inwardly. Don't you trust me? Even just a little? Atsumu quickly looked at the screen with worried eyes. Sakusa sounded so guilty and mad at the same time. Of course I trust you, Omi. Then why didn't you tell me? Your ex. Sakusa sighed and massaged his temple. He knew it's wrong for him to tell his past incompletely. Now his boyfriend seemed to get the wrong idea. Atsumu. I won't get mad at you just because of that reason. I'm mad because you didn't tell me, and I didn't do anything to help. But Omi, it's not your fault. Atsumu played with his hair, a new habit he developed when his hair grew long. It's because I'm just a coward after all. Atsumu laid on the bed, phone still facing his face. I'm still incapable to solve my problems. I'm such a failure. Atsumu, remember what I said about you talking low about yourself? Atsumu recalled the memories, long before they officially together. The time when his crush on Sakusa was a bit too obvious. He went through phase which made him started to question his ability, whether about volleyball or just his small daily stuff. Unknown to everyone, he opened up only to Sakusa, who helped him got through the phase by saying sweet words to calm him down. Atsumu even went on a panic attack once at the national training camp. That's the moment when Sakusa came, throwing away all his pride, and helped his oblivious crush, Miya Atsumu. It's quite a big move for someone like Sakusa, who haven't had a panic attack, but did a good job in helping Atsumu. He himself couldn't believe he just whispered sweet nothing like you're not worthless or you're a great setter, or even you're a good person. Sakusa refrained himself from using the word wonderful or amazing because he's scared to admit he took quite a liking on the guy. The supposedly loud and annoying half-blonde guy from Inarizaki, Miya Atsumu. Yeah. You're amazing, I don't need to overpraise you for that, because I know you already is. I just helped you remind yourself about that. But now, after they're in a relationship, Sakusa never hesitated to say those words. It's just a small compliment, in contrast to all the praises Atsumu got as one of the best setter who went to the national camp. But still, the warm and honest words were ringing around his head like a magic word which made him calm down instantly. Thank you, Omi. Atsumu teared up a bit, but his smile shined brightly, which made his boyfriend relaxed a bit. Sakusa was very ready to go to Atsumu's house right now just to embrace his man. He would throw away anything else, his practice, school, and homework just to comfort Atsumu. And no, Omi, I know whatever you're thinking right now isn't good for you, so don't do that. Atsumu chuckled when he saw Sakusa's pouty face. You didn't even know what I'm thinking right now. Oh ho, you sure I'm a mind reader, you know. Sakusa scoffed, but smiled, as he's glad to see his boyfriend was back to his cheerful side. Come to think of it, you're quite something, you know. Why? You noticed how my figure shrank? Sakusa's cheeks reddened a bit. He totally wouldn't admit he stared a bit too much at his man's body when they practiced together. Now, he even could imagine his boyfriend's body even without seeing the man. Well, no one could help it when Atsumu was that hot. What do you think, Omi? Do you think I look pretty with long hair? Sakusa cleared his throat and nodded lightly. Yeah, it suits you. Atsumu grinned and threw an amused look. That's why I'm afraid to tell you, Omi will fall all over me again. Sakusa rolled his eyes, trying to look annoyed, but couldn't disagree with the statement. How did you practice with that? I have Kita-san and Osamu protecting me, don't worry, Omi. As always, Atsumu could read him easily, as Sakusa was indeed a bit jealous when he imagined his boyfriend as the only girl in the team. Oh right, maybe we should thank Kita-san, he's the one who pushed me to talk about this with you. So don't be jealous anymore, okay? I'm only loyal to my Omi. Who's jealous? Your face told me just now. I'm not. Sure. They continued to talk about Atsuma's real condition for the past 2 days. Sakusa felt more quilty as he heard his man went through period and stuff. But Atsumu quickly changed the topic to lighten up the mood. Now I think about it, what should I wear if I don't change back tomorrow? You said something about this Kita-san's friend? Atsumu got chills when he recalled about that person's expression. He could literally imagine Akira experimenting with the clothes he wore for the date. Judging by the underwear designs, he could guess the girl's preference. Atsumu prayed silently for tomorrow. He hoped the girl will spare him and give a normal clothes. Please pray for me, Omi. Time skip. And boy, it's such a difficult process to persuade the girl with the options of outfit she prepared. Not that one, please. Omi, no, Osamu would definitely forbid me from leaving this house. They already went on heated arguments for hours. Atsumu with his belief of not wearing anything too open, while Akira persistently making him wear a sexy outfit. Just send your boyfriend a photo. I'm sure he will like it. Atsumu rolled his eyes and eyed his reflection on the mirror. He admitted that he looked good, but he absolutely couldn't go on a date with Sakusa like that. Not before Osamu saw him and banned him from seeing his man. Osamu won't agree, Omi. Atsumu, Sakusa's here. Atsumu cursed at his boyfriend's on-time habit. Yeah, I'm coming down in a minute. He glared at the girl in front of him, who gave a thumbs up. Akira practically shoved the man out of the room and wished him good luck. I couldn't face Omi like this. He felt too embarrassed with the outfit. It's showing his skin too much, and it's a bit tight. Atsumu groaned and went downstairs to the living room. He walked silently as he saw his brother with his boyfriend staring contest. Maybe Osamu was warning Sakusa to return Atsumu back in a complete piece, as usual. Guys. Both Sakusa and Osamu's eyes went wide. It looked like they would pop out from their head. Sakusa didn't know where to look, the smooth shoulder, the hot pants, or the tight stockings which hugged Atsuma's legs perfectly. Hello. Atsumu stood awkwardly, as the man was still looking at him in shock. What the? Go back to your room and change your outfit. Osamu pushed his brother quickly towards the bedroom. Of course he wouldn't allow Atsumu to go out in that clothes. It's like sending your brother to a lion den. He meant Sakusa. Atsumu closed his bedroom and gave a bored look to Akira. I told you, it won't pass Osamu's security standard. Akira held her laugh and searched for another outfit. She grabbed a black top with denim pants, a simple, yet elegant combination. Ow, not bad, far better than before. Atsumu quickly changed into the clothes. He let his wavy hair loose and styled his bangs a bit. Then he grabbed his bag, Akira's, and walked out of the room with the girl. He went downstairs nervously, hoping his boyfriend would like his look. Meanwhile, Sakusa was still trying to calm his heart. The sudden sight of his boyfriend in such an alluring clothes was a nice surprise, but he knew his weak heart couldn't stand it for the whole date. He quietly thanked Osamu for shoving his brother away and asked Atsumu to change his clothes. or else their date would be filled with Sakusa trying to distract his mind from indecent things. He's still a healthy high school student, you know. I'm here. It's a very different vibe from before, yet Sakusa couldn't take away his stare from his man. Atsumu looked absolutely gorgeous with just a simple tops. Osamu nodded approvingly at his brother's outfit. He gave a thumbs up at Akira for her effort. How's-it-o-me? Atsumu glanced at his boyfriend, who was still frozen on his feet. Sakusa jolted a bit in panic. Atsumu looked at him expectantly. Watching the usually composed Sakusa getting so nervous was new for him. Sakusa gulped and looked away. You're Osamu, how pretty. What? You look at beautiful? Sorry Omi, could you slow down a bit so I can hear you? You're hot. All of them, except Sakusa, went silent. Out of all the words he could say, Sakusa somehow said it out loud clearly. He regretted not saying beautiful instead of hot, which could lead to a big misunderstanding. Atsumu bit his cheeks to hide his smile. He liked to tease his boyfriend like this. Atsumu. Atsumu turned around and sweat dropped at his brother's scary expression. He forgot that his teasing often triggered Osamu's protective mode. Get to your room, I need to have a talk with your boyfriend first.
That's all for this part 3. Don't forget to turn on the notification on my channel for the next video. Please subscribe and like the video if you haven't done it yet. See you in the next video.